Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube, Twitch, and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here in our YouTube channel. Membership starts at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. Lastly, if you are interested in joining our community, we do have open slots available. Be sure to reach out to me and let me know. And if you're interested in trying Daggerheart, we may be doing a campaign in August if we can get 6 dedicated players. As of now, we have 2 dedicated players and 1 who will fill the 6th slot if need be. So if we are interested in getting any of them, let's get everybody together and get it on happening. Make sure you reach out and let me know. Now, let us begin. Flittish, tell us what happened last session.
Hearken now, travelers of the green path and keepers of memory. Let the breath still in your chest. Let silence gather, for a tale must be told. Of a homeland sick with sorrow and a band of wayfarers who chose to walk into shadow for the sake of truth. In the days of the waning light, when even the birds whispered of unease, the wanderers, Ada, Flittish, Damson, Sylph, Mr. Amazing, found themselves adrift upon a path no longer their own. They had dwelled in the shining city of Ket, but protection had withered like frost-struck leaves, for the Lord Commander had stepped away from his post, and with his departure came the unraveling of safety. The group made ready to leave, for the walls that once sheltered them now echoed with watching eyes. Their purpose was set, to journey into Ada's homeland, where a plague rots the root of her people, and where old truths lie buried beneath layers of silence and blood. The question of the mage Zarun and his entanglements with her bloodline gave rise to new urgency, but the road there was not straight, and even the land sought to mislead them. They passed through fields of illusion, ensnared by a false caravan where the same faces were seen again and again, a trick of the mind woven by one who walked with shadowed thoughts. Damson, wise in the ways of mind and veil, pierced the magic, and the caravan vanished like mist before sunrise. Yet the illusion was deeper still. They had been walking in circles, caught in Zarun's design. Flittish, in communion with earth and scent, tracked the mage's trail. Clean, sweating, recent. They gave chase, but the trickster was gone. In time they found him, and a battle began. Flittish soared as eagle, claws and wind striking from above. Sylph wove spells of fury and focus. Damson's magic tore through thought, seeking to strip away the layers of deception. Mr. Amazing, hunter and spell forger, struck with flame and mark. And Ada, ever silent and steady, loosed arrows and faded into shadow. The mage fell, but not quickly, but utterly. And upon his body were found objects of power, and a contract penned in Ada's own tongue. Its meaning was clear. A pact, a request to the Blue Wizards, written in the script of her blood. A thread tied to home, a summons back to the beginning.
So, as you all stand around, looking down at this man that has been plaguing you for months, if not longer, who lies on the floor with rain pellets pelting down on top of his body. You all looted through him. What do we do now?
The
I
question
wish.
is...
Go ahead.
No, you first.
No, you.
Do we think this was the real one?
You mean the real May, because there were 2 of him. That's what you're asking, right?
Well, that, or that it's not some other wizard disguised as him to make us think he's dead.
Fairly certain it would be him, unless he sent someone else after us, but I don't know why they would disguise themselves. Let me see if I can look at the body. Or...
Sylph, go ahead, my friend. You were... Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Sylph, you might be muted on your end.
Sorry, yeah, I was. Yeah, can I inspect the body? Like the facial structures?
Sure. Roll me a medicine check.
Okie dokie. Medicine. At 21.
Though Zaroon and
Amazing.
Vermissimo, thank you, do look very similar. You see distinct differences within themselves. Zaroon himself has higher cheekbones as like a structure, and they're physical, they're real. And Zaroon has a bit more of a rounded face. Very slight difference. They are certainly from the same region and territory, if not related to one another by at most 2 generations apart, 3 generations. Or 2 connections apart to 3 connections apart. But they are not one and the same. Vermissimo was his own individual, not Zaroon tricking you.
Well, I am glad that I put my faith into the other one. It seems that we've caught our captured. What are we gonna do with the body now?
Burn it.
We could do that. We could deliver it to Vermissimo. I'm curious. Wizards have lairs, right? Like dragons?
They
They're
have places
amazing.
that they live.
Have you heard the name Vermissimo yet?
You know, I don't think that they've ever mentioned Vermissimo.
Roll me a history check. You guys are going to laugh if he rolls well here.
History.
Did you have advantage?
I did not, sorry. So 10.
Vermissimo sounds very familiar to you.
The name sounds familiar, but I'm not, I can't place it at the moment.
Do you think his wizard lair might be somewhere nearby?
Probably not, if he's anything like me or otherwise. It could be. Lair is such a weird. I guess it works. I've heard of dens and,
I mean,
scriptoriums and all sorts of other words. I don't know if I've ever heard. Dragons do have lairs, and they have great magic. Yes, lair works.
Onions have layers as well.
yes, they do.
Yes.
The lair of the onion knight. Because with the stuff we found on him, I'm wondering if he has more stuff stashed away nearby. Since if he was flying away from us, it would make sense he was either trying to fly back to wherever he came from, or just flee, one of the two.
Well, I truthfully do not care if he does have a tower, dungeon, or grotto. He's out of our lives now. Finally.
Yes.
Yes, but Damson does make a point. Flittish, would you be able to maybe track where I know he was in the air, but maybe if caught some scent and we circled in the area, maybe you could find his trail.
I can absolutely attempt to do so, although I personally don't think we're going to find anything. But certainly I can try.
It'd be great if you did, because although we may not find anything, that's when it's beautiful and delicious when you find the unexpected.
I would like to point out to you that you're just casually having a conversation with a giant fucking eagle.
Yeah.
Last session, she had turned back into a human.
Oh, put yourself on the map.
In order to rearrange her pack.
Gotcha.
That was
Ada comes out of her stupor.
Yep. You can go ahead and change yourself on the map. Yeah, Ada's been reading that little that note, seeing if there's anything weird about it. The contract.
Right, yeah. Let me just get in the game here.
Yep. No, we're just justifying why you've been, like, zoning out.
Right. My Flittish token has been turned into my wolf token.
Permanently?
I just tried pulling it from my Flittish Fluffworth sheet, and it's a wolf. And my dire wolf is a smaller wolf.
Oh.
Druids are so fucking complicated. Druids are so fucking complicated.
Oh, looks like Flittish is a new permanent form. I guess this is
My
the danger of
girlfriend's
Druid.
attacking. There's gonna be trouble.
Thank you.
Alright, so Flittish. Update default token. Here we go. Now drag and drop Flittish onto the map. See if that works.
Yes.
Cool. We'll change the other ones when you use them. It's, yeah. So, Flittish, you want to try to track down this man's
yes,
lair?
I would turn into a dire wolf for that. All that to switch it just to go back to wolf.
Perception check with advantage. And you can drag out your normal wolf. I know, I'm changing it.
Could I sniff as well?
Why is it labeled as That's the
It
problem.
should be labeled as Flittish dire wolf.
It should be, but it wasn't. Here we go. Update default token, Flittish direwolf.
Rawr.
Hopefully that solves the problem.
We'll see.
So yes,
Anyway.
Perception check with advantage.
With advantage.
So fast is it if they could do it as well?
Not with advantage, but you can do it. Wait, unless you have keen sense as well.
I have a different type of sense.
A sense of humor.
Common.
The dice just don't like me today.
Come on, let's not give Sylph Actually, no. Sylph has had a lot of common sense. I apologize.
I've been the one that's been spoiling all the dangers, but my group, humans, just walk in. It's hard to keep humans. They're like lemons. Lemons? Lumens? What are they called?
Lemmings.
Yeah.
Lemons.
They walk straight into danger. It's like, look, this Dragon Ball wants to go to a wizard tower. Do you know how trapped that could be? That's dangerous.
Okay. Well, on a 13, you can somewhat smell that he has traveled around here quite a lot. And you haven't journeyed that much further past that first farm. When you cut off the road to avoid the town with the blue tower at it. You all have not gone that much further. Wherever his operation was specifically nearby, where he was working out of actively. Perhaps you can brain your way out of this, everybody. Figure it out where his operations were. I did give a few hints last session.
Maybe in the basement of that farmhouse we passed?
The
I mean,
ladders are missing off of the robe, so something he needs a ladder for.
The windmill.
Good check there.
I mean, that is basically a small tower.
Do we know what else is in the area?
We know what? I'm sorry. There was.
I didn't understand that.
Do we know what else is in the area? Like small settlements, house, any large buildings?
You are directly past the first farmhouse. You're on their land. So there's farms, a barn, a windmill, and the farmhouse. And then more farms.
Let's start with the windmill and check that out.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I agree.
I'll give Flittish a little scritch behind the ear.
I do have a way to see inside of it without us going in there. So, if it is trapped, shouldn't initially trigger it.
Right.
Please
But
cast detect traps. Sorry.
We should also assume that
They didn't fix it.
that any people around this area is probably, well, if not directly a servant of Zerun, maybe somewhat affiliated somehow, at least, or associated. He
Maybe.
might have had henchmen, as it were. Although I suppose he would have brought them with him. Maybe.
So, beginning to go and look around. Every now and then I get a little bit. So, looking about, you creep through the farmlands until you make it over to the windmill. The place where they turn over all of the corn to do some type of processing. I don't know. I'm not a fucking farmer. I know they have corn in them.
Mm-hmm. To turn into flour and wheat.
Yep, that's what they're doing. So when you get over there, you do notice that there is a ladder currently laying down next to it.
I'm gonna sniff around that ladder and see if it smells like our deceased wizard.
It does.
Did we bring his body with us or anything?
I don't know, did you?
I'm going to say
Guys?
yes. We probably shoved it in the bag of holding.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd put it in my own bag of holding.
The body will not fit in the bag of holding. By new rules, because of the compact space, the head sticks out.
Yeah, they changed bag of holding so you can't just dismember bodies and toss them in there.
Damn.
Now you actually have to work to hide your murder.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate, I know.
We can take it with us and then
Yeah.
burn it. I do want us to burn it at the end. I don't want it coming back.
Flittish can easily carry the body with barely even noticing it on their back. Or drag it, like however you want to do it, Flittish.
You can tie it to my back, that's fine.
Well, we are not burning it until we've had a chance to do that clerical thing. Speak with the dead. I need more answers.
So.
And we'll burn it after.
Fair enough.
So. You guys get over. You start sniffing at the ladder, and yeah, the ladder smells like him.
Okay, I'm gonna start looking around for either some place where the ladder would have been used, whether it was high up on the building or a hole somewhere nearby, or like a trapdoor, someplace where he would have put the ladder in.
Okay. This is going to be a thieves' tools check. And if anybody has proficiency in stealth, they have advantage. But we're using wisdom. Or survival. Yeah, thieves' tools survival.
I don't even have thieves' tools, so...
I'll do thieves' tools at least.
Oh, you said with advantage. Oh, damn.
Yeah. If you have survival, you have advantage.
Oh, I thought you said with stealth you have advantage. Well, anyways.
Yeah.
First roll was on 3.
14.
Alrighty. Looking up at the windmill, it has this area on top of it that has like a, even though it's rounded, where you can see the windmill itself is positioned, there's this flattened area up there that the ladder looks like it would just barely be able to get to.
Well, that looks like a reasonable place where it would reach to. Little bit short for it, but it should be enough.
Let me do this and see if I can see what is up there. and I will cast Arcane Eye to spy up there, Joey.
Sure. There's a dead body.
On top of the windmill?
Yeah, that little landing, he hit a body there. I love how you guys are just throwing around 4th level spells now instead of like climbing a ladder. Like it's
Well,
just...
because it might have been a glyph of warding.
Sure.
Oh, there's a dead body up there.
What sort of body?
I'll describe what I see.
Looks like a farmhand. Roll me a history check, Damson.
History. A pan.
It's that same farmhand that you had saw when you all stopped off over at the farmhouse to talk to the guy.
It's
The
same
farmer. Sorry.
Oh, it's the farmer of the
No.
house.
It is the farmhand to the farmer. You stopped to talk to the farmer. This is the same farmhand you guys had crossed paths with.
Okay, it's the farmhand of the farmer we crossed paths with. When we stopped to ask for like directions.
Okay, well, let me go up. I want to see how long he's been dead.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll climb up there and do a quick check for traps or anything.
Sure.
Um.
You passively find there are no traps.
All right. And then I will have a closer look at the body to discern where, how long it's been dead and how.
Okay. Medicine.
19.
Of course, yeah. The body has been deceased for about 4-5 days now. By the looks of it, compact trauma to the back of the head from not an object, something magical. Like force damage.
Right. Magic missile, perhaps.
Easiest way to kill a commoner.
Well, he's been dead for about 4 or 5 days. Let's see, what were we doing at that time? We were in Yern, and it will have been before we did the surgery. Well, so he must have caught wind of our whereabouts and probably surmised that we were going, if we were going south again, that we will pass through here.
Allow me to fix your timeline. 4 days ago was the day you guys decided you were leaving Yern.
Oh, was that 4 days ago? Okay.
Yeah, traveling that road takes like about 3 days to go from Yern over to Polvar. And you guys have been stuck in this loop for 1 day.
Ah, right, yeah. No, I figured we were left Yern about like 2 days ago or something. So, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so as soon as we left Yern, then...
So that means that we met him on the road and he was disguised as the farmhand.
Correct.
Which means either the farmer is in on it, or the farmer was being deceived.
I would say probably the latter, since the farmhand is dead. He probably took the role of the farmhand, using some sort of magical disguise, probably. He was a master of illusions, maybe.
Yeah, but he seemed too arrogant to actually willingly take the role of a farmhand.
Could be. But
I will point out to you, you saw the farmhand 1 day ago. He's been dead for 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The idea, like, there's no way he's going to willingly become a farmhand for 4 days. That's like if Ada became a chambermaid. Her pride would not allow it.
Right. Well, in any case, he's been waiting for us here. And what worries me a little bit is that he seemed to be trying to keep us occupied for some reason. Probably waiting for something, which means we might have something else to worry about soon.
How did he know we were coming this way? If he was
No,
waiting for us specifically.
Well, he did have a crystal ball, did he not?
Yes, scrying, of course.
It's fair to surmise he might have been scrying on us for a long time.
Yes, my guess probably scrying on the Baroness. Still Baroness, correct?
Yes. Not been demoted or anything. It's the letter or is the contract. It doesn't say anything about the bounty that apparently is on my head for some reason.
What does
Your
it
family.
say?
Well, it says that he is to evaluate my state of mind.
Why?
Well, that is the question. It doesn't say exactly why. The letter is somewhat evasive in a few ways.
That wouldn't explain why he attacked all of us. There's something else in that letter of why he would have gotten all of our minds.
Well, it specifically entails or is in regards to me. Not it doesn't mention any of the rest of you. So I am not sure, but well, we are companions. It's obvious that he was well, if he was going to have to deal with me, he would have to deal with all of you, all of us.
But that's the part that doesn't make sense. Before this event happened, I don't know if we were companions, unless we were, and I don't remember it, but I don't know. There's some pieces missing here that we need to figure out.
I think, well, the ones who wrote the letter, they seem to have an expectation that I might be, well, not in control of my full faculties, as it were. But it also says that he is supposed to restore or help restore my that which was fragmented, so long as it did not bring harm to me or exposure to other individuals.
Were you missing your memories before? Did you go crazy and just... You had to wipe your mind to make you not crazy? Because if you don't remember you're crazy, I don't think you could be crazy.
Why would you assume right away that crazy is the clear, the offset point? No, I don't remember all of my memories from before. I have told you this before, that after Stylax died, I remember my time together with him. And about a year or so back in time, but not much before that. I have glimpses here and there. And they are slowly coming back to me, but I don't know exactly what's happened to me.
Right. Well, I think we should go and see that farmhouse again to see if something might be hiding in there. Flittish can detect if he's been hiding in there. Because, uh, did anyone check inside of the windmill?
I was just gonna say, did anybody go inside?
No, you guys climbed the ladder and cast Scrying Eye.
I'll move the eye inside the windmill to see if there's anything inside of it.
Oh yeah. Roll me a perception check.
Do you need to know what is this eye can do?
No, I know what it can do. I just need to know if you can notice something.
Okay.
It's still an eye. You still have to see what you are looking for.
24.
Alrighty. So, looking at this, you notice that there's an entire section inside of this windmill hidden back behind all of the grains of, not grains, all of the kernels of corn. It
Moving
appears.
the eye back.
Yep. Go on.
Yeah, move my eye in that section to see what's there.
All right. It would appear that there's a lot of paperwork back there. Journals, descriptions, portraits, lots of things back here.
There appears to be a hidden section inside the windmill. Papers, books, journals, portraits.
Okay.
Let's go in.
Yes, I will go in.
I'll join you.
Can I like find where that roughly is on the outside of the windmill and cast detect magic to?
You know where it
Yes.
is. It goes through. You see it. It's in the back
Okay.
corner. Yeah.
I was gonna say detect magic for if there's like a spell that's ready to go off there.
Oh yeah, you can cast detect magic. There appears to be a illusory spell around it.
Okay. There's an illusion around all of it. Okay. Yeah, I'll head in as well.
Alrighty. Heading to the front of the windmill. In order to get inside, guys, you're going to hate this. It's locked. And Ada passively opens it.
Nice.
So, moving inside, you have to, all of you roll me athletics checks unless you have a way to circumvent all of the corn and flour in here in order to get to that back area.
Before I do anything of that sort, I will take a closer look at the corn and flour just to see if it's like fully natural, if it's exactly as it should be, or if there's anything weird with it.
Roll me a nature check. Everyone else, athletics, if you're trying to get over, unless you have a way to circumvent it.
Do you still need me to roll athletics? I'm standing guard outside.
No, then I do not. No, it's only for those heading out.
Gotcha.
Ada, yes, it's all 100% natural corn. Farm grown, non-GMO, no pesticides, corn.
And it's not rotten or anything.
No, it looks perfectly healthy. Yeah.
I'm using a lucky, just letting you know.
Yeah.
13.
11.
13 will get you over the corn. But it's everywhere. It's kind of like sand, but thicker. Ada, you and Damson are both like caught as you're trying to get through. So, Mr. Amazing, you'll be able to roll the investigation first before anybody else.
All right. And I am... I'll do a lucky again.
All right. You did
I
keep
hope we
track
don't
for
have
the
combat
ones
today.
that you already used yesterday, right?
Yep, I think
During
I
the
have
fight.
one. Let me just double check.
While you were looking for him.
Yeah, I just... Yep. This is my last lucky. So I used one just now, and then I've got one left for this.
Well, you better feel lucky, punk.
So here we go. Investigation. Hope we don't have combat. 19.
Okay, roll me initiative. No. 19. Looking over these things, Mr. Amazing, you take note that this is not a true layer. This is a FOB, forward operation base, a place where he came to be able to work out here. And by the looks of it, it was thrown together pretty quickly, pretty hastily. This is not where he has been for a long period of time. This is where he quickly threw up a place to work out of. Back here, he has portraits of you. He has portraits of Cat. He has portraits of Flittish, Damson, and Ada, and Stylax. The one with Stylax has a red X across it, however. Looking at all of that, it also has a portrait of a guy who looks specifically very similar to Zaroon. However, no facial hair whatsoever. Same type of robes, another blue mage. They, the way the portrait is designed, it outlines with tremendous amount of detail that individual, as if it was taken from an actual portrait that was made of him, not just like a hand drawing that he made. Inside of all of that, however, you do notice that he has a lot of research logs, some specifically pertaining to Neurond, that have blood on them. In addition to that, he has a lot of medical journals sitting over on one side, some of which have blood on them. And in addition to that, there appears to be an outline of capabilities and charts of the people that he had portraits of on the side. You can choose one of these things to look at before everyone gets another chance to roll.
I'm looking at the abilities.
The abilities of the individuals. Okay.
Yeah.
He outlines Flittish as a druid of renown and rapport, dedicated to her people, powerful, shape-shifting capabilities, control elements, plagued with disease, but that part is crossed out. Potential mind control, he wrote down 10%. Looking at Cat, he wrote down chaotic, unpredictable, cannot be controlled or maintained, temporary mind control, 65%. Then he outlines Damson, dragonborn of unknown bloodline, coincidence of being in location, probable. Capabilities, fully unknown, has aspects of unseen magic about them, necessary spell in preparation, detect magic before engaging. Percentage chance of mind control, 55%. Outlining for Ada, capabilities, unrivaled. Sorry, Ada. Unrivaled assassin utilizing poisons, concoctions, feminine wiles, deceptions, blades, unrivaled medical knowledge, master of medicine and physiology of all types of humanoids. It is most important to wear metal guards over specific portions of body if she is to be a threat. Apprehension alive, necessary. Cull the others before taking her. Temporary mind control, probability 65%. And looking at the lists of education she has, on the human body, human anatomy, poisons, concoctions, alchemy. She is kind of like the perfect assassin. Now everybody,
Take the
you can.
paper. Oh,
Yes.
I take the papers, fold it up, and I'm gonna shove it in my.
Well, sleight of hand
My
that
back
to
was
make
to
sure
the door.
nobody. Yeah, sleight of hand that makes sure nobody notices. But athletics again.
Pretty sure it's a different Ada.
Yeah. All right, Damson, you did not have advantage.
No, it's a 4.
Okay, you're sinking.
I'm gonna fudge. I'm gonna cast fly on myself to fly above it.
Okay, yeah, you easily get through it. Ada, athletics.
Fuck it, I'll use the charge of the wing boots as well.
There you go. All right, so after you quickly tuck it in, you guys get over there, and you see what I previously outlined, except there are not portraits of everybody on the wall still. None of you see that.
I go for the look at these notes to see what I can find there in these research notes.
Okay. You can roll me. You're doing which one specifically?
What were the 2 options for the research notes? Sorry, it was along for Mr. Amazing. My mind was
In corn. I mean, that's a real thing.
Drowning in corn. I'll tell you a story later.
Yeah,
when
it's
I was
fucking terrifying.
7 and 8, we would climb up the corn silos. I lived in South Dakota, and like get inside of them. So dangerous. Oh my god, we were like. Oh, anyway, so I got a 21 on sleight of hand, and I think that beats everyone's passive perception on seeing me.
Yes. So the options of what you want to look at, well, there's a lot of medical journals and research notes pertaining to Neurond, and they have a lot of blood over top of them. In addition to that, there also appears to be a lot of medical journals and research in general, some arcane journals and research in general. All of it seems very chaotic to you. Which would you like to investigate, you 3?
I'll go for the arcane ones.
All right.
I'll look at the medical ones and the Nyrond.
All right. And Mr. Amazing, I assume you'll do the Nyrons while they're doing those 2?
Yeah.
But as soon as we get in there, I'm taking like a quick look around and just have you found anything worth looking at?
Yeah, looks like there's some medical journals over there, and there's blood around. We don't know if there's a way to figure out whose blood or how blood or why blood. And I describe everything except for the information that I
stole. Yeah.
Hid.
Yeah.
Okay. Ada, insight, go ahead.
Yeah.
19. Ada, he is impossible to read. That is the best answer I can give you.
Noted.
So yes, Mr. Amazing, you're on Neurond. Damson, you're on Arcane. Ada, you're on Medical. Correct?
Yep.
Perfect. I need you to roll the correlating necessary roll for what you are looking at. Mr. Amazing, yours is either history check or investigation. Ada, yours is medicine. Damson, yours is Arcana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nice. We'll start with you, Damson. The research that he has conducted here has been mental manipulation. He has conducted a tremendous amount of research, though this is not his concentration, which is what you learned previously. Mental magics is not his concentration. What was it? Illusions? Yeah, illusions is his concentration. But he was conducting a tremendous amount of research on adjusting people's memories, removing them altogether, creating temporary amnesia effects on individuals, and utilizing this to open up and create new potentials within people, telling them, hey, that entire section of your life that is missing, you should fill it with this instead in order to control and manipulate them further. There's one section in all of this, Damson. He had outlined the location that he was going to conduct his first experiment with mass modifying memory. It was a tavern, and his objective was to remove the memory of what has happened in the last year of everybody within the tavern. And then extracting, or sorry, not everybody in the tavern, of one person inside of the tavern, and temporarily stunning everybody so he can extract them. In his notes, he outlined specifically what Ada looks like, and he was supposed to only modify her memory and then stun everybody else temporarily within the establishment. However, and he can't figure out why specifically, the two different spells almost combined completely, which affected everybody's memory, Ada's memory going back way longer than just the 6 months he originally was aiming for, and everybody became temporarily stunned. Since the spell was executed in such a harmful manner, he could not figure out how to counteract that. He was wrapping his mind around how to fix this problem. He's been researching this every single day since you all woke up. The best he could surmise is have people mentally fortify their minds and fix them. Though he could not reveal himself to Ada in that instance because her natural distrust of him for what he previously did would spark and spawn. So he devised leaving all of you with her in order to be protection, knowing that each of the individuals that she had left, barring Kat, had goodness within them that would make them more protective of their local group specifically. Everyone else that was in the tavern, however, he paid off the local guards to send them around the countryside, not really caring what happened to them, inconsequential. It would appear what had happened to Flittish, Damson, Kat, all of you other than Ada was purely by accident of a mage just fucking up his spell.
Okay. Fucking mages.
Anything interesting in there, Damson? Do you anything about the Circle of the Veil or anything?
Oh, there's plenty of interesting stuff in here. Apparently, the whole incident that started this all, he was going in there specifically just targeting you, Ada. Trying to remove 6 months of your memories, while stunning everyone else. But somehow the two spells combined and stunned everyone and wiped more memories from everyone.
Wait. Does it say why he was targeting me specifically?
No, but it's something in the last year or 6 months.
Right.
So
Might.
maybe he was trying to remove the memories of Stylax?
No, this was...
Because you said you traveled with him for a year. Was that before the tavern?
No... Well, yes, it was. So that could be. He was with me at the tavern. And was already a faithful companion at the time.
So then
Perhaps
I guess...
Mr. Racing, he was trying to say something first. Sorry,
Yeah,
he's
go
been
ahead, Mr.
trying for a
Racing.
minute. Go on.
perhaps Baroness, I might be able to help in this. What do you know about the noble Rousselet? Anything?
Noble what?
Rousselet, I believe, is the name. Any connection? Any memory of that?
Rousselet.
I'm not sure. Is this a name that is...
Yes,
it comes a bit out of nowhere. I don't know exactly what you're...
I understand. So,
Can you type it out for us? Because I think
yeah,
all of us are confused now.
I will. Little copy and paste. Give me 1 second. So, the reason why I asked about the Circle of the Veil, if you find anything about that, they are a secretive and highly exclusive mages guild that they operate out of Exandria and in other influential cities, and they deal with like obscure illusion, memory manipulation, and planar research. Please, anything I say in here, do not repeat outside.
Can I roll a history?
Jaroon. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I roll a history check on that?
Sure.
Nat 20.
You remember hearing about them previously. You can't remember where you heard it. You can't remember the circumstance, but you heard it from an authoritative individual who had a lot of panic in their voice. Masculine.
Its inner circle is known for pursuing morally questionable experiments in the pursuit of magical breakthroughs. The reason why I bring this up is that Jaroon, his last mission was to assist the noble Rousselet and the Devereaux family with personal affairs, and that he disappeared, and that mission was around a year ago, and he never gave an update after that.
Well, I am aware that he had an order from my family, but that was about trying to get me, well, to assess my state of mind and trying to fix it. But I recognize the name Rousselet, but I cannot say exactly where. I know someone mentioned it at some point in a somewhat panicking state of mind.
Well, it makes sense if your family was trying to adjust or fix or modify or do something with your memories, your mental state, I should say, that they might have reached out to the circle.
I will assume that they would try to restore my mind as much as they can. Although, well, I am not. There are so many questions I need answered. What is this bounty? And why? And what was he trying to do exactly before? Because I don't remember a year back from when we woke up. Well, I do remember now, I think. But so my memory loss is more significant than because of being the target of his spell. Is that right, Dempson? Dempson?
You might
He's
be muted,
knocked out in
Dempson.
sleep.
No. Based on what I'm reading here, you were the target, but when he did a spell to combine wiping your mind and stunning everyone, he stunned everyone and wiped everyone's minds. And apparently he paid the guards off to just ship the people that were affected elsewhere, just around the countryside, not caring where they ended up. And apparently he chose us to wake up with you.
Okay, so it is starting to make a little bit more sense now, I think. So he was under he was tasked by my family. But that was before he messed up the spell, probably. And then afterwards, he was trying to fix that, because if they knew that he had fucked up, they would probably not be so happy about it. And that is also probably why he has not reached out directly. Then, not just that, but I was considering at the start of our previous encounter to just tell everyone to stop and let's talk, but I did not.
Mr. Amazing wipes a little bit of drool from the corner of his lip and kind of licks his lips. Damson, are there any formulas or arcane things about that spell that can stun and memory wipe one person or modify the memory of one person? That would be an amazing feat.
Anything in the book like that?
Oh, it's not just books, it's books, notes, everything. Yeah. The general gist of it, he was continuing to do that research as to why. Not enough to replicate it, but enough to at least begin your own research in case you ever want to learn those spells in the future.
No specific spells, but enough here that I think you could start your own. I got a nat 1 on that wisdom save, by the way.
Oh, I'm aware. Continue doing what you're doing. You're doing nothing wrong.
Yes, can you imagine a whole crowd just stunned while you change the memory of one person?
I think that's something that should be probably burned. I don't think that's a great thing to have.
Of course, that's why I would create a way to counteract that. And that's why the
Yes,
research
of
is
course.
Yeah.
But there is a note in here that he couldn't reveal himself to you, Ada, because of your natural distrust.
Well, yes, that is perhaps not so strange.
He knew your family. Did you know him?
No, at least not that I can remember. But he was given freedom to use his powers, his mastery of mental magics, to restore my mind as best he could, within, or as they said, leeway to act within his purview, so long as I would remain safe and my full understanding would be restored. Which,
but perhaps,
yes,
perhaps you had ingested some type of poison by accident. And I'm going to watch as I say that and talk about poisons and to see if the Baroness has any reaction on her face.
Insight, I guess.
Yeah. Based on what I read and you doing poisons and assassinations and stuff, just trying to see if there was something.
Do you want me to roll against it or use my passive?
Well, we only know once he rolls.
Right.
Once he rolls, we know if you have to roll or not.
All right.
21. Thank you. Roll 20.
I think you have to roll a deception.
Yeah.
Just barely, but you do have to beat a 10.
Yeah. You see there's a twitch in her eye of some mistrust suddenly, as if, damn it, you rolled You had to roll 19 or higher to pick.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Oh my god, that's good. Good story.
Hmm. I'm not sure why you would need to.
Just thinking that something happened to your mind, your family was trying to help it, you had maybe there was some type of poison or something. I just chose the name poison by random that affected you.
I suppose there might be. I mean, a lot of herbs and probably some poisons too are capable of inflicting some various mental states, but most poisons are purely physical in their effect on the body.
Of the
As a
table, I love the thought of Ada messing around with mercury and becoming a Mad Hatter, like she was going crazy because the alchemy and the. Anyway,
Right.
back to D&D.
That'd be interesting. So,
but yeah, no. As a doctor, you need to know these things, right?
Yes, I would assume.
the doctor. And
Baroness, did you find anything in those papers?
Well, thank you for. Let me scroll back up. Ada Medical. Oh, you're gonna have fun with this one. Because this is far too much for you to hide unless you're gonna literally burn everything. Like where you stand. I'm just gonna say this out loud, and people try to keep your blinders on, okay? Okay, everyone? Keep your blinders on. Meta knowledge? Yep. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
This is for Ada. You find a long-winded journal entry of the Kalu family that is titled Immunity Among Select Bloodlines. A very long medical journal written in such a way that pure bloodlines, those that are associated with the divine more closely, those that have a semblance of divine aura and energy, have a distinct and unique property to them that can make them immune to certain diseases and follies that mortals, 100% mortals, would not be immune to. Inside of this journal, it goes over many, many, many different experiments that took place. And this is not a publicated journal. It is a selective journal for that family specifically to read and to understand. Reading through it, it would appear that they did tremendous amounts of research on this topic for about 50 years. And it wasn't until an untitled protege was invited into their midst that they were able to pinpoint specifically the type of concoctions, alchemical creations that could be utilized in creating something that would affect anybody else that comes in contact with it, except those of a divine disposition. It is a horrifying journal on how to cull the weak, how to kill those that are impure. And there's one other thing I will whisper to you, Ada.
Some good chit dropping today. This is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to keep the rest of you from going in there.
And then you fell into the corn.
Not the corn!
Meanwhile, Flittish is taking a nap at the bottom of the ladder outside the windmill.
Yes.
Typical dog just kind of curled up and just.
I imagine Sylph is laying on like a bale of hay with a farmer's hat they've randomly found just over their head. Just chilling.
Yeah, sunflower hat.
And remember to not sneak peek in the YouTube stream, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more fun to find out in game.
Well, now they can't see it.
Okay. Does the journal and these revelations trigger any other memories?
Not any more that you didn't already have.
Okay.
At this point, the memories that are mostly locked are behind that 1 year wall when you first met Stylax.
Right.
You have everything past that caught up on now.
Right.
You have certain things before that, but not everything. Those memories seem to be much more deeply locked.
Okay. I will need to take some time to browse through all this. It's quite intricate.
Yes, it'd be great if we could take this library with us or have access. And I start looking around. Is there any sign of maybe a teleportation circle or anything? Any type of runes?
Nah, this was a forward operating base. He just came here because it was convenient. There's... Yeah.
I knew there wasn't, but as a...
Yeah.
But we do.
Hmm.
We
This
do have
was-
a bag of holding.
Yep. And I've made my own, and I'll put it into that.
We have 3?
I have at least one.
And the average traveling companions have like 6 at this point.
I don't have any, but I know that you have one. Flittish, didn't Flittish take that bag of holding something?
Yeah, Flittish has one. She got from the wizard.
And then Silver Damson has one, so that's great.
And then Artificer.
We don't have
Yeah.
one.
We don't have one.
Oh, I thought one of you had. Oh, you were talking
No.
about the one for Flittish to put the body in.
Yeah.
All right, so we have 2. Nice.
Gotcha.
Now, last person who did their research. Let me scroll all the way up. That was you. Can I do this? Athletics, sleight of hand, investigation. Okay.
Oh, that's right. Nyland or Nyrond or whatever it is.
Yes. Can you type out that name again? The name drop that you did. Oh, I have it. I actually have it right there.
Sorry, I was in the process of clicking enter when you said I have it.
Oh, God. All right. Mr. Amazing, I need you to roll me a percentile die. I want to figure out what percentage of all of this is still readable. You want higher.
Yeah. C4.
That's a
bad.
good amount. That's a good amount. Noted. All right, close that. Open this. Get there. So, in all of these researches and all of these notes, he seems to have done a tremendous amount of information gathering about Neron as a whole. This information pertains to the political structure, the named very important people that exist there, including some familiar names. There are people of the Callou, there are people of the Devois, there are people of the Rousselet, there's people of the Estevel, the Quill, and the Linwood families, all associated within this. It is a completely expansive and in-depth, knowledgeable recounting of this territory with a tremendous amount of research dedicated to it. Let me get all of this into a handout for you.
Thank you. Some good information here. I think I'm going to take this with us, and we might need it.
Yes, we should get all this information into the bags and skedaddle. Skedoodle? What's the word?
Skedaddle.
Your English always amazes me. Oh boy.
Yeah, we don't fucking know.
Yes. I mean, it is. You're right. It is skedaddle, but
I mean,
just like
the people who speak English the worst are Americans. Like,
absolutely, absolutely. But I'm always impressed with your vocabulary. It blows my mind all the time.
If
Must
it
be a
makes you
reader.
feel better, I can switch back to my Norwegian accent.
yeah. Oh, I'm game
I
for
gotta
it.
go
The
watch that
chef
show
is
again.
back.
No, he's Swedish. I'm
You
Norwegian.
Swedish? Oh my
I
god! I gotta go
apologize.
watch that. What was it called? Vikings or something like that? What was that show?
Norseman.
Norseman. Oh my god!
Yeah.
One of the best shows ever made. I swear.
Yeah, that's it's hilarious.
I'll have to work on my Norse
The Prince of
accent.
the
Just
Shadows.
be kind to me when I do.
yeah.
Not in this
It's
game,
actually-
different game. But
Yeah, it's really interesting actually because the Norwegian sort of cadence in the language is like, if it boils down to like tones, kind of, or like melody, it's like da da da. So that goes through like the whole sentence, and like a lot of Norwegians don't really learn how to pick up a different cadence when they switch languages. Even though they grammatically speak and pronounce it correct, it's just like the melody.
yeah, but that sing-song cadence is awesome. I love it.
Yeah. So, for example, if you listen to the on the Nobel Peace Prize awards, the guy who delivers the award, he has a very strong Norwegian accent. Yeah, and we always like groan at it.
Previously farmer. I'm selecting the information that's going to be removed.
Yeah, no,
from this handout.
you're totally fine. Don't feel rushed or anything. You're good. Perhaps Baroness and Damson, after we're done with this, I believe you said you wanted to go back to EXANDRIA, your home or something, first before we.
Well, yes, that would be. I mean, for the different practical reasons, it would be nice to go back there. But also, well, I think the main reason for going there is now being carried on Fliddish's back. So, but I mean, he will probably have had a more permanent base of operations, right? And that might very well be in EXANDRIA, seeing as he did not want us to go there. Although that could have been a misdirection.
Well, I know that the Circle of Veil is involved. Well, they're involved in many places in Kit, but EXANDRIA. I was hoping we'd find a teleportation circle here, or something that he would use to flee back home if the need arose. But I don't see any sign.
Alrighty, I think that's everything. Neurond, the Shining Kingdom of the East. Mr. Amazing, you will let me know if and when you share this with everyone else.
So we can. This information here is on Nyrond. I'm going to continue to absorb it, and I can let all of you know what it says as we travel, if you would like. It's going to take a bit.
Pack these books up and get in our cart and get out of here.
All right. So, Sylph and Flittish, as you guys are outside, you hear a crossbow being knocked. What are y'all doing on my land?
Well, technically, I'm on straw, not land. Pretty comfy.
They aim the crossbow over at you.
Be careful, that might get you killed.
Roll me intimidation.
Okie dokie.
Tired of these goddamn adventures on my goddamn farm. Find your own damn corn. They go marching away from you.
Goodbye, sir. You have a very lovely land. You've done marvelous with it. I'm shocked. Truly.
Damn
That
weird
looks too
funny folk
Flittish.
person. Yeah, Flittish.
And just wiggle my ears at them. Then shouting out, "Are you guys quite done up there?" Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. I was just gonna say I was going to assist in your intimidation check, but you didn't really need it, just by standing up and growling. But you're good. You don't need me.
They were very scared. So, I think this is a good place for us to go and break, everybody. When we come back, we can figure out what we're doing with all this information. Be right back. We're back. So, where last we left off, you all had gathered up a tremendous amount of this information and began shoving it into the bag. Now, if anybody is trying to hide something that they had discovered, you're going to have to sleight of hand it as you're all putting it into bags.
And I'm holding on to this information. I'm not putting it in the bag because I'm going to be going through it during the travel and letting them know information.
Okay, so you're just like double fisting, holding on to it.
Yeah, I've got it in my own, like, not bag of holding, but
Yeah, it's a lot of shit. You're holding like onto it in your bag. Ada, I believe you passively can sleight of hand if you would like.
Yep.
Okay. And then I'll let you decide what information everybody reveals to one another. So, you guys take your shit, you walk out, and you realize Sylph has been staring at a crystal ball.
Hey, Sylph, what are you looking at?
Oh, Ada, I actually do need you to roll sleight of hand.
I was just looking at this ball, see how it works. Pretty interesting until someone came over.
Oh. Who came over?
Oh, some weird man with a crossbow. He aimed it at us, then put it down and walked away.
He made the smart decision there.
Yes.
Well, he'll never know how lucky he got with that one. Found a bunch of books in there, and we'll share something. We'll share the information as we're on the road, as we should probably not stick around here much longer.
Yeah, get the hell off my property. You see him like sitting inside of his barn house looking out a window at all of you.
I waved to him. We do have to go now, guys. Please hurry up, as the farmer will grow impatient, and they're very dangerous people.
Remember, you can't lie.
No, that's true. Farmers are dangerous.
Okay, yeah. Without them, where do you get your wheat?
Mm-hmm.
They can bury you in corn.
Yeah. Oh no,
If
that sounds
Ada
like a
needs help
hilarious
getting
trap.
Silo. If Ada needs help, I use levitate just to help her down, and Mr. Amazing if he wants down.
That will help. That will help, yes. All right, then you get back in your cart and start leaving. All right, guys. You, as players, reveal what information you are giving to everybody. Mr. Amazing, you're going last because you have an entire fucking handout worth of shit that you're still ordering.
I will reveal the whole notes on what happened at the bar, of how it was a combination of two spells that kind of bounced off each other, that the target was initially Ada and the rest of us were supposed to get stunned. But all of us got stunned and all of us lost memories, and that he paid guards to ship other people infected just around the country. And that in his notes he could not reveal himself to Ada due to her natural distrust. That he chose to leave us with her to be protection, and that because all of us had goodness in them. From his research notes.
And that sorry.
And that he's been spending this entire time trying to figure out how to undo his fuck up, because he has no idea why it happened.
Yep. And I will reveal a few things about the contract that Well, my father's name is Alexon Devereaux, and that Serun had been contacted by Ada's family for, well, basically what you have already been told. That Zerun has been hired to seek her out and help restore her mind if possible, as well as evaluate her state of mind.
I'll supplement that with the notes that the initial spell was to get rid of a year worth of memories from Ada. But it was more powerful and got all of her memories.
Yep. No, I'll leave that for now.
And I'm almost done.
So what about what you revealed was a part of the medical stuff?
What?
You researched you got the medical information.
Yeah.
All right. So what medical tidbits are you giving them?
Let me just go back a little bit here. All right, so I'm revealing that there is another family, the House Caillou, or Caillou, which has been working for a while on that kind of like sickness or disease of some sort that would essentially cull the, in their mind, unworthy part of the population. And that Ada is not sure at this time how much, if any, involvement she's had in that. But it's likely that she's somehow been involved at some point, without necessarily knowing their real intentions for it.
Okay, now copy this to make sure, just in case when I go to save it, something happens. And save changes. All right. This information I put for the party to know. It's in the Nyrond info as shared by Mr. Amazing. I'll go through some of it real quick, and then but you guys have access to anything that's in there.
Here we go.
So I'll tell you about the location and the overview. You can read that later if you want. About the population and the people, economy and trade, and I'm assuming we're doing this during our wagon travels.
Yeah.
And then I go over the political structure, which is a constitutional monarchy. Its current ruler is King Linward, the fourth of the House Nyrond. The royal court is advised by noble houses and a council of lords. Its military is made up of strong knightly orders, city garrisons, blah, blah, blah. Political climate, tensions between royalists and powerful noble houses. There are subtle power plays among merchant guilds and secret societies, and a fear of external threats from the Pale, Bone March, and Old is that an I?
Ivid loyalists
in the kingdom's ruins. Then I tell you about the major cities. There are also some notable families there. The House Caillou, one of the most ancient noble houses in Nyrond. It's very rigid patriarchal society.
Kalu, not Caillou. That's the little bald
sorry,
kid.
Kalu's.
Kalu, not to say.
Yeah, Kalu. Sorry.
I watched my
Um,
nephews. That's why I know what that show is. It was.
That's probably why it came out.
Yeah.
Kalu. They're obsessively involved in magical experimentation aimed at perfection. Their leader is the Lord Atene Kalu, calculating and ruthless. Their crest, I tell you about that, which is the Silver Phoenix on Midnight Blue. There are rumors that they are involved in secret research involving disease and selective breeding. This might be tied to some of the recent plague rumors. House Devereaux, they're a baroness, as you know. It's a medium power noble house, previously famed as healers and herbalists. And they were once held close ties to King Linward. But it seems that their reputation was damaged after you vanished, Baroness. Their leader, your father, Lord Alex Devereaux, is stoic and ruthless in his protective love for his family. Their crest is a silver serpent entwined around a green caduceus with hawks flanking it. There are rumors that your absence has left the house vulnerable, Baroness. There's also the House Rousselet. They were once respected scholars and diviners. They fell from grace due to highly unethical magical experimentation. They're secretive and prone to isolation. Their leaders remained hidden. Only certain aspects appeared in public. And they're rumored to have hidden research complexes in the Flinty Hills. Religion, Palor are strong worship. There's Rao and Zilkas, prominent among the nobles and merchants, and Deleb respected among scholars. In Relmord, there are grand cathedrals of Palor and Rao and substantial temples offering healing, but this has been strained during the plague crisis. The plague that I keep referring to is, of course, the Plague of Shadows, and it began nearly 2 years ago. Symptoms include wasting sickness, necrotic lesions, and magical resistance to curing spells. How interesting. Entire villages have been quarantined. Complications, and Joe, you'll notice I'm not reading everything. Complications. Relmord is heavily watched by informants of multiple noble houses. The king may intervene if he learns noble families threaten national stability, and the plague spread threatens to wider political collapse if not contained. Some of the important nobles and people are the king, of course. He's thoughtful, tries to balance factions delicately, it appears. Lord Clue is a calculating noble, determined to protect family secrets. And your father, Baroness, is cold, but, desperate to protect his family. There's also a high priestess, Leora, prominent Palor priestess, seeking to cure the plague, and Captain Darian Quill, a royal guard officer investigating the plague of origins.
Well, let me supplement your information with a few corrections. It's, well, you see, the patriarch of the Caillou family is not Lord Etienne. He's the eldest son. The patriarch is Emmerich.
Do you want to edit in the sheet? Or do you want me to?
Do you want permission to edit, Ilvorn?
The Nyron
no, that's yeah. No, I'm just trying to make sure we have the comparative.
Yep, I know
information
it's
in the various handouts.
The information the two of you have is meant to be different,
right?
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying you can edit it. I wouldn't cross out I would just maybe highlight your adjustments or something in the Nyron info.
All right, I'll give you permission to edit as well then.
All right.
Ada. And if you want to change it on the original sheet, that's yours until all of that comes to light.
Yeah. Oh, I probably need to open it again.
Yeah, and this one will be the one that says Nyron info. Sure. Oh, I see what you mean.
Yep. Well, it could be All right. No, I'll say that in character. Well, it could be that this information is a bit more up to date. If their patriarch, well, I'm not sure how much I trust my memories at this moment, but well, patriarchs could still be the official head of a house without being its, for all intents and purposes, leader. So,
Yes, this would be good to note in there. Even if you think your memories might be different or off, we could prove valuable. Yeah.
That's
Yes,
all
Dave.
very interesting.
is there anything particular you are referring to?
Well, I mean, there's the mage family and this plague of shadows. Now that we know more of what it is,
Yes. Well, we don't know specifically where it came from.
indeed. There's also the fact that by the time we get there, a lot of this information might be out of date.
It could be, but it's a starting point, right? I mean, it's
Right.
always information's always valuable.
Right.
True.
Well, if anything, it is good to hear that my father is still seeking to protect me. Although I cannot recall exactly what sort of event transpired to make this all happened.
That's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is that he wants to protect his family. Not that you are not family, but
Right, but well, I mean, you have to protect your family, right?
yes, unless you are trying to find someone in particular for some nefarious reason. Just throwing these out there. These are good things to think about.
Well, are you suggesting that I should not trust my father?
All I know is Jérôme was involved with both the what's the name? Rousselet and your family were the ones that hired him. From my understanding.
Yes, well, hopefully when we get to EXANDRIA, we might be able to track down Zerun's lair, as it were. Maybe it's not there, but at least maybe we can find some leads on it. And I'm sure Vermissimo might have been able to learn a few things in this time.
It would be very good to see his papers and items. Yes, of course. Might shed some light on your situation.
Well, I think this is all we can get out of here, so perhaps we should get going before there are any others.
We've been on the road.
Yeah. This is
Oh,
for
right.
you guys transporting, so we're not wasting any time with anything.
Yeah, never mind.
Let me give you a 3-hour lecture before we leave.
Listen, we've had groups like that, man. Like that is.
Yeah.
We have. I swear there's been like 2 session shopping sprees too, for some reason.
Right. Well, I suggest at least that we keep on our toes a little bit. There might be others still, associated with the rune or the Blue Tower who are out to get us. It seemed like he was waiting for something. because he was keeping us there. So perhaps we should have a watch tonight. Not just tonight.
Yes.
Yes.
And at night, I will do my nightly ritual of the alarm spell, and then inside the alarm spell is the hut, and then right next to me is the hound.
Alrighty. Well, whom all are you allowing inside the alarm?
All of us. All. No, that's Saturdays. I was thinking there was an NPC. So, yeah.
This group usually has an NPC. You just haven't for a little while, actually. Not even that long. Like just
Yeah.
Yeah. So the 5 of us can be in there. No. Yeah, just the 5 of us, not any familiars or anything.
Oh, I just remembered that. What was his name again? The bard who was also infected with the aboleth disease.
Yeah, not your problem. That guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in EXANDRIA, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we left him behind at a library or something.
Yeah, you guys left him behind in with Vermissimo in the same town as Vermissimo.
Right. Yeah.
I believe that was EXANDRIA. Yeah. So he's yeah. You found the cure. There's a medical journal out there.
Yeah.
If you've been working on said medical journal. All right, so everybody, at this point in time, it has become much more important. I would like to know what watches look like for all of you. Kat, do you have that feat where it says you can do whatever the fuck you want during the night? You don't have to sleep.
Yes.
Awesome. So if Kat can do the entire night, that means each of you only has to take 1 shift, and you're doing 2 people on each of the 4 shifts throughout the night. So who wants first?
I can take first.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Amazing?
I'll take second. And one of these nights, I'm going to have a conversation with the Baroness.
Okay.
We can do watches for now.
Yeah.
I would like third watch then.
Okay. And 4th watch Flittish, I guess?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. That's each of you pairing up with Kat. Kat, are you a sylph? I apologize. I was looking at old notes earlier today. Just Sylph, are you going to be assisting them for their watches, or are you going to be rolling your own?
Yes. I assist them.
Okay, so everybody starting with first shift, roll perception. Second shift, you're next. Remember advantage.
Right, and advantage, and perception, where are you? What did I roll?
15, third watch. Fourth watch.
Well, it's 15.
Yeah. Okay. So, Ada.
Yeah, during sort of before, well, maybe like half an hour before my actual watch would start. Let's see how. Well, I'm going to sneak over to Mr. Amazing.
Okay.
And he's going to gently feel a hand on his shoulder and a blade on his throat.
I was expecting a needle prick from injection.
No. A blade on his throat and just... hang on, let me just... Okay, Miles. So let's have a quick little chat here. You can hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm just naturally lowering my voice a little bit.
Yes,
But,
of course,
yeah.
Baroness.
Don't speak. Just let me do the talking for now. There is a little, thing we need to breach here. So, a few days ago, you threatened me and the others in regards to your name. I just find it fair to return the favor a little bit. So, I know you have discovered a few things. Well, it might not be perfectly obvious exactly what, but enough for me to make an assumption. And it puts us in a little bit of a pickle, as it were. Does it not? Don't answer. But I am not here to quarrel with you. I am here for a solution. So, what I suggest is quite simple. You continue helping me, and I will continue helping you. So, I do not recall everything about my life, as you already know, but I know enough to remember that you do not want to be crossing my family or me. But you might also benefit greatly from our gratitude. And I have learned enough about you that you stand out as an ambitious man, one with a hunger for power and, well, maybe not fame or fortune, but at least knowledge. So, you continue with this, keep the secrets you have found to yourself and to me, and you will deliver any documents you have found to me. I will have a look at them, and we will simply let the matter be. So, just remember this, and I will let you have a moment to think. I think we can do great things together, Miles Long Peter, so long as you keep in line. And I'm just letting the blade sort of linger on his throat for a moment, and just nod if you agree.
I nod.
You feel a light tap on the shoulder, and the blade goes away, and I'll just take a few steps back and like stretch and yawn for like. I woke a little bit early. We might as well take a little bit earlier shift, I suppose.
Yes.
Yes.
Question. Not really a question, but there are a few other things I found. Bits of information on Nyrond. Do you want me to just hand it to you written, or do you want me to tell you what I found? Things in writing can often be found. Things heard?
You can hand it to me right away.
And I'll write down some information. Do you want me to... Is it okay if I say it out loud, or do you want me to...
Yeah, no, you can send it to me.
Okay, I'll send it to you.
All right. I would like to be privy to this as well, please, but...
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep. I'll do it on Discord.
All right.
It's not a whole lot, just a couple more pieces.
No. Give him like an innocent smile and just sleep well, Miles.
You as well.
I mean, Mr. Amazing.
Thank you. Baroness.
So.
Great scene. That was awesome.
The rest of the watches go by without a hitch for anybody. And I was assuming that you waited for a portion where you had, Cat was to do the perimeter instead of
right.
you.
Yeah. At a point where it will be suitable.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Sylph, god damn it!
Yeah.
Why? Like, I'm looking at Sylph with the portrait of Sylph, and I'm gonna move you above him.
I'm going to blame Sylph because earlier they asked our impressions of Cat versus Sylph, and that's what brought the name Cat back into the forefront.
I'm just blaming my stupid fucking mind, but yeah, that too.
I do the same. I do the same. I see the person, I see the name, but on the side, I'm reading notes, and
Mm-hmm.
the name pops up in the notes, and I was like, "Yeah, no, there's the same person."
I
no.
I moved you into Mr. Amazing spot on my screen, so I can read it while I'm looking at your token, because when it's down that low, I don't read it. I just look at the token.
Yeah,
So
that's fine.
Mr. Amazing's now in Ada spot. Ada, you're now in Sylph spot. All right, so rest of the watches.
long rest button.
Long rest, everybody. Congrats.
Woohoo!
And before anybody asks, no, none of you fucking leveled up.
We finally did on Saturday, though, so I don't have to ask for another long time.
Oh,
So we're
that's good.
You guys just leveled up recently in this game. Like, that's the whole...
In this game, yeah, but last week I asked because I had forgotten we were in this game, not Saturday.
All right, here. Farmyard.
Form.
Oh, listen to that farm. In the morning, as soon as you begin your travel, you all feel something shift. Something changed. This tension in the back of 4 of your necks seems completely relieved. There's a portion of your lungs that hasn't been able to exhale that little gasp of breath for months now. That Sylph, Ada, Flittish, Damson, all 4 of you can now feel. Relief. More safe. Like you're not being perpetually watched. It's a wonderful feeling. Mr. Amazing, on the other hand, you feel a sharp prick in the back of your mind of attention to detail of what is happening now after last night. But go ahead, Damson, you were sighing in relief?
Oh, I don't know if it was just that night of sleep or the fact that that fucker is finally dead, but I feel more at ease.
Right. I kind of agree. It feels good to be able to rest safely. And I'll cast a quick glance over at Mr. Amazing.
Yes. Ah,
I need trim.
Well, I don't know if whatever effect he cast on us, if it had some sort of lingering effect that has been keeping us from remembering anything more, but at least there is one fewer issue, I suppose. Of course, one answer also very often leads to even more questions.
Oh, indeed it does, based on those notes that we found. Like, why was he trying to get rid of a year of your memory specifically? Combined with the contract he has? Wonder what you were doing.
Well,
Oh, maybe you eloped with someone.
some sort of event that transpired, and
Sorry about that. Zoom crashed.
Oh.
Well, I will think on it and let you know when I have had time to properly lay out a sort of timeline based on what you already know. Well, Mr. Amazing, was there anything particular happening over in Polvar about a year ago? Do you remember? Or
About a year
before?
ago. I mean, there was the... Oh, yes, a year ago. How long ago was the inn thing? When did that happen?
The inn thing?
When they got knocked out? Not we. I wasn't there.
6 to 8 months ago.
Okay. I wasn't actually there about a year ago.
All right. Well, so presumably something happened in the preceding year. So let's say 1.5 years back, maybe at most. Perhaps a little bit longer, but it gives us sort of a window of assessing what sort of, well, if we can have if we can gather up a compilation of important events and trace it with, we could overlap it and see if we can't cross out what is relevant and what is not relevant, and perhaps from there we can do some detective work.
Think of. I'll try to think if there's any rumors that I heard when I first got to Polvar about things in the past. Joey.
That's me.
Can I recall any rumors that I might have heard that of an event that happened a year to a year and a half ago in Polvar?
History check.
Let me take it off of advantage. History. 17.
Okay. So, as far as like juicy rumors of what occurred a year and a half ago, you don't have that many. That was around the time that the Blue Tower started separating itself from other towers much more greatly. Not taking in jointed contracts, not utilizing other mages' expertise, not commissioning assistance from them. It was a pretty noteworthy time because, I mean, usually when one tower starts separating itself from the other's towers, that's when a big move is about to begin.
And I let you know that. I don't keep any of that from you. Or whoever's involved in that conversation.
It's clearly something to do with involving the wizards. But I am curious to know why my family specifically contacted Zerun. Well, we know that he was seen as a master of mental magics, but they must have known about him. Perhaps there was something else also happening at the time. But maybe Vermissimo might also shed some light on this.
Perhaps. Be interesting to see if he had been able to find anything on Zerun in our travel while we were traveling away.
Yes.
Now, are you all still traveling with his body, by the way?
Better be hidden and made cold, or it's going to stink.
Yeah. While we're traveling, I want to see if I can concoct some various ointments, things to embalm his body, or at least his head and his throat. Everything that's required for a speak with the dead.
Okay. I'm going to say alchemist check, utilizing intelligence.
Okay. All right, 22 then.
Alrighty. So,
Unless I get advantage for having medicine as well.
that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Advantage from medicine as well. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So, 27. You pull out quite a few different chemicals, making sure that you treat them with the utmost care and precision. We can say this is a different thing that you did during your watch. And then you have luckily enough, a very large jug as you were using for bloodletting Flittish, with the whole, transfusion thing. You managed to get the head into the jug, filling it with this embalming reagent that would keep it completely preserved. The body, you drain it of all the fluids, you take out all of the organs. You get them as well treated as you can, given the limited resources you have on the open road. I'm gonna say spend like 50 gold worth of alchemical supplies for all of this. But the body is as well maintained as you can. It will get stinky. It will begin decaying, but it won't decay too fast. Outside of something like a certain second level spell, this is about the best you can do.
Yep. So, yeah. And as I said, I'll dispose of the rest of the body. Just keep the head and throat.
All right. Head and throat are preserved. Rest of the body, how do we dispose of it, everyone?
I burn it.
Okay.
Lots and lots of fire until it's gone.
Including the robes?
Do they have the same thread? Yes, including the robes.
Alrighty.
And
No.
Baroness?
Yes.
At some point, I slip you in Discord, or whatever it's called back then. I will. That's more information that I kept from the general party. As you can see, Baroness, you'll find that I don't often share stories of your family.
Well, that is relieving.
Sorry, rest of party, but
yeah,
makes for a good story.
So say so.
There is one thing in there I wasn't sure if I was going to tell you or not, but I would have. It was the complication.
So, what about the rest of you during the journey? Is there anything we're doing?
I'm continuing to talk to Flittish. She's been telling me of her home place, and she already gave me notes on it stuff. And I continue to practice trying to recreate sounds of maybe wildlife from where she was at, and she can help me get it perfect, or get better, and or maybe smells from the flowers and plants.
Flittish, you cool with that?
I'm fine with that. Other than that, I would just be chatting up the donkeys as we travel. Yes, oblivious to the other conversations going around other than when I'm being spoken directly to.
So Flittish, are you giving them names other than Jack and Ass, or?
Had not considered that, but yes, I would give them names. Let me think of something though, because I was not ready for that.
And Damson, you were saying something?
Probably should be hanging out with Sylph as driving the cart, keeping an eye out on the road and everything.
And occasionally I'll also be talking to Damson and Sylph, just chatting up and finding out about what I can from, maybe when they crashed or any memories or just their typical likes, what they like, colors.
They won't offer much.
Foods, colors, games, or any just general conversation.
So, where are we heading? Iskandria, Nahez, or are we just dipping it over to the border?
I believe
I
we're
believe
on
we're
Iskandria.
Can you bring us onto the map?
Oh, I'm sorry. I've been looking at this the whole time. There we go.
Because we're roughly somewhere up here.
Correct.
Our goal is Iskandria, so we have to go through Nahez.
Alrighty. Well then...
Do we have any information at all about what's sort of in this area in between? If we were to not follow the road, kind of.
Mr. Amazing may. Mr. Amazing, if you would be so kind, roll me a nature check.
All right.
Tansy and Clover.
Fancy.
Tansy's the best.
15. Ooh, it's good.
Alrighty. As for what's in the open plains, or not open plains, the open territory, there's a lot of nomadic tribes of monsters that are out there. Usually they stay pretty far away because you're still close enough to Yearn to have protection from the paladins and stuff like that. It's relatively dangerous. However, at one of the waypoints along the way, you know that there is a ferryman. Not a furry man. A ferryman.
There's a gentleman that dresses in a onesie. It's kind of like a furry one.
Yeah. But yes, there's a ferryman. And usually if you can afford it, it's a little on the pricey side, like 10 gold a person. They can take you all the way down to Nahez from the river.
There is we might want to avoid some of the monsters. Not too prevalent closer to but there are tribes and stuff in there. There is a ferry, by the way, that we could take along the river. A bit pricey, so you would have to cover the cost. But there is a ferry person that, in charge of the boat.
Right. Well, if the ferry is large enough to carry our wagon and horses, then it could be good.
Would it be big enough to carry the horses and wagons?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
There's only a few places where it gets small, like thinner, but the vast majority of the territory is pretty wide open. So everyone, road or ferry?
On the road. I enjoy seeing the sights.
I'm good with the road. Easier to control, and I'd rather not anything happen to the boat.
Yeah.
Fair. I don't know why you guys have such distrust. That's a lie, actually. I know exactly why you have distrust. All right, so that's 2 votes for road. Mr. Amazing Ada, am I to assume your vote is ferry or?
Flittish, what's your vote? Nature or road?
Nature.
Ooh,
Like you had to ask.
Biased.
Yeah. All right, so we are definitely taking the water, right? So you can finally. Oh wait, no, you're finally dry. That's fair. Yeah, that's.
I'm gonna say that, yes. But I mean, I wouldn't mind traveling on the river for a bit. I mean, like, what are the odds there's like a river kraken or something?
Roll it.
Oh, I love it.
You did this through the Tuesday group.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay, all right, we're good.
Well,
Flittish, do you know about what are the odds? Do you know about that?
Flittish?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Are
Do
you
you
aware of...
know? Go ahead.
You speak.
Are you aware of when you say what are the odds? What happens in these games?
No, I am not aware.
I'll let Joey explain it.
So, when you tempt fate, saying the words, "What are the odds?" I will make you roll a die, and I will determine
be
to
fun.
myself what the odds are. So you could say, "Hey, what are the odds that we would pass a random caravan that has like supplies?" Okay, I decide 50%. You roll a die and you get 50%. Congratulations. Or you might say something like, "What are the odds we run into a kraken?" I'll decide the percentage and make you roll. So there is always a chance that something will happen if you say, "What are the odds?"
Sweet.
Even though the chance could be 1%. Well, the lowest it'll ever get is 3%. Because
So-
69 and 22 are always... It happens.
So be careful when you say, "Oh, what are the odds that we're going to get attacked tonight?" Or what are the odds we'd be
That
attacked on the
really, honestly, that sounds like a dare that I need to do that every game.
It certainly makes things happen. The
It
Tuesday,
does.
we've been fighting krakens for a while now. It seems.
I think 4 of your last 3 sessions you fought a kraken.
No, well, we've
2
we
of the
fought-
last 3.
Yeah, no, yeah. We fought 2 krakens in as many days.
Well, the first one was the baby.
Yeah.
What are the odds we find Vermissimo stranded on the side of a road in a
God.
potato sack?
Damn it. Potato sack's a little bit of a stretch, but we'll see. Roll a D100, but that'll be the last one about Vermissimo.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh.
Nope.
10 away.
10 away for 69.
10 away from 69. So sad.
The
Alright.
potato sack was like, I got robbed.
Alright, let me get you guys back into your cart. There's the cart. Mr. Amazing in the back. Ada in the back. Oh, wait. Cart to the back. Ada. Damson in the front.
I'll be
Flittish.
riding my Phantom Steed.
All right, I'll let you handle that. I'm just getting you guys all over to the other map.
Okay.
Flittish, you can bring yourself out as yourself.
Gotcha.
Unless you're woofing it. Get it?
No, not yet.
Did anybody get that joke? That was funny as shit.
I
Woofing
did.
it?
I got it.
Come on.
Sorry, I was distracted here for a moment.
Sorry, she was being very loud. Is she a subwoofer?
Oh.
Ha ha ha.
Nice.
All right. Do you have a sheet for Phantom Steed yet?
I don't, because it just has 100. Let me see.
Yeah, it's just known that you're on it. And Ada, you have a riding horse, right?
Yes, I gave her my riding horse.
All right. Let me actually get a riding horse together. All players can see, all players can control. Because let's be honest, Ada, you're not the one who controls it when combat happens. You are good at certain things.
Yep.
So all of you have that now. Let me update the token for it. And he already has his own name. It's Butch.
All right.
Yep. Now let me get donkeys. Mule? Okay. These are donkeys, even though Roll20 tries telling us otherwise. And the donkeys listen to Damson and to Flittish. Oh, and to Cat.
Self.
Sylph! Sylph! All right. And the name is Clover as the default.
Crimson and Clover.
And the other one is Tansy, not the default. There and there. You two there. I guess there and there.
Bandits, goblins, mages, kobolds.
Oh my. So, as you're all journeying, with a sense of relief in the air from a few of you, a sense of, well, anticipation from someone else in the party. That's not right. I would like a perception check from somebody outside of the cart, meaning Damson, Ada, or Mr. Amazing.
$15.
Alrighty. You look around, Ada, and you notice in this section of farmlands that you are passing through, and keep in mind, it's been like 90% farmland since you entered into the territory. There's not a lot of people out here. Not a lot at all. Seems to be missing.
I'll write up. Or can we move on the map, or did you want this?
Yeah, you guys can move. This is your starting point on the map. You can move a little bit.
Alright, I'll write up next to Mr. Amazing. Just. Yeah, are you familiar with this territory in any way? It seems very deserted.
Not terribly. I've been up and down here, especially when I was looking for you, but not like an expert or anything. Why do you ask? Are you just worried that it's deserted?
No, I just figured, it seems like fertile farmland. I figured there would be more people, more outlying farms and hamlets.
Could be the tribes of monsters.
Is that a joke?
No, I mean, there are monsters, and there are, bands of monsters and or tribes of things, and they tend to be a little bit farther from the road, but maybe that's why people haven't set up farmland here. It's just a guess.
It could be. Well, just curious. Perhaps if we take a closer look, there might be something afoot. But it might be just that I am paranoid.
Paranoia is not always a bad thing. It's good to be cautious and aware of those things around us. At least we burned the blue robes, so we know they can't be. Hopefully. I wonder if anyone else was scrying.
Damson, I would also like a perception check from you.
Okie dokie.
Jarun obviously had scryed on someone in this party prior to us leaving and set the trap, so I wonder if anyone else is. Not to put paranoia into your head.
Damson, as they've rode up a little bit and started chit-chatting, you notice Clover and Tansy are getting a little antsy.
Nice one.
Thank you.
Flittish, can you ask why Clover and Tansy are a bit antsy? As I look up in the sky to see if there's anything above us that's trying to swoop down. because
Sure.
no one ever looks up.
Flittish, you speak to the animals, I guess.
Sure.
Okay.
Mhm.
Go ahead, ask them.
Clover, Tansy, what's going on? You guys doing all right?
Yeah, smells like dog. Big dog.
You don't mean me or Varasha, do you?
No, like, two-leg dog. Big dog.
Two-legged dog.
Big dog.
I'll mention that to Damson. You say it smells like two-legged big dog? Does that mean anything to you?
Is?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What, like, whereabouts?
Where do you smell that?
Around.
Around.
I'm going to the others whistle ahead of what was the town called?
Nez?
No. Ada. We might have another little louder situation around us somewhere.
Oh.
What happened at Lit Louder?
Oh, right.
I will summon Stardust.
Mr. Amazing asked the question. I'm sorry. Unless you are canonically ignoring him.
I thought that was the case, but as the player thought.
I will jump off the cart and go wolf and sniff around myself.
All right. Ada, you were trying to say something?
Yeah, I'm going to dismount the horse and tell Butch with some, like, well, you can apparently understand everything, so why don't you head back to the cart and I'll walk behind over there.
It just blinks at you. And continues to stand there. So, Flittish in wolf form. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Hang on 1 second. That'll be advantage.
I'll lead Butch back to the cart and just to tie the reins to the back end of the cart, just to like over there.
That'll be a 21.
Okay, then. Yeah, Ada, you go back and do that. Flittish, you're surrounded by something that smells like wet dog, as they described, and something that smells more sinister. Would you all roll me initiative, please? Nobody's surprised. Everybody's alerted.
Absolutely.
Random traveling encounters.
Love it.
Oh yeah, let me take one of these and put them off the map.
Land krakens.
Better than the sky kraken.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
New day.
It's a new dawn. And I'm
gonna use
feeling good.
Lucky on my initiative.
Yeah, when they said two-legged dog, I'm like, oh, is this a werewolf situation?
Maybe.
And so I'm like, this might be a lit louder situation.
Maybe.
It ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Alrighty. Mr. Amazing. You begin to realize there's wrestling in the bushes over here and in the bushes over here, causing you to immediately jump to attention. What would you like to do?
Yeah, where were they at? I know one was here somewhere.
In the bushes over here, in the bushes over here.
Okay.
I just realized my color is set to blue. That sucks. White. Oh, Sylph is white. That's why I'm not white.
No, I'm blue.
But it's
Yeah,
a
Sylph is
really
blue.
it's a really close color. That's
Here you go. Is that better?
I can distinguish it from white. Thank you.
Hmm.
Much better.
No
Yeah, I thought you had like a baby blue.
Yeah.
It works. It's different from what everyone else has.
Yeah.
I draw my card. I use my deck to do mirror image, which is not cost a spell slot. And I'm going to move to here and hold my action. I'll hold my action to cast Firebolt at any impending doom that it pops out to attack us.
Mirror image is a bonus action now.
Yep, it's a bonus action. It's a great spell. No.
It's a fantastic spell. Yeah. All right. Hold action. Firebolt anything that gets closer to you. Ada.
Yeah.
You begin hearing rustling in these bushes, and you hear some scraping against stones over at this wall behind you.
All right.
Or sorry, ignore the bushes. Proximity. He heard the bushes because he was closer. You hear the stones.
Right. I'm going to stealth first and then move over there. So 31 stealth.
Nice.
You are stealth, yeah.
On
Silent but deadly. I know what I'm going to call you now.
yeah.
It's dangerous as
Yeah.
gas.
For my
Your
Yeah,
guess is
I'll,
as good as mine.
I'll do a ready action as well to fire an arrow at the first thing I see that's not us.
Alrighty. Next up, the Knoll Warriors. Okay, those are changed.
Dang, they got that 3D on them.
Oh, yeah, yeah. All the new tokens are like that, dude. It's fantastic.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh,
So-
no.
Are
As-
these regular gnolls?
Regular Knoll. Yeah.
No, they're Knoll Knolls.
Mm.
No.
No magic works on the Knolls.
No magic.
But yes, they begin jumping out and attacking. For you, Mr. Amazing, you see this one leaping outwards, heading directly towards Tansy and Clover. Go ahead and shoot.
Right. Bum, bum, bum.
Ada, you see
Oh.
this one jump over the wall, heading over towards Butch. You'll shoot after him.
Yep.
It's not advantage.
So natural 1 misses a Knoll.
Yep.
As you go firing off, it's a little too late as these two leap out trying to attack you from the wall, disrupting your attack. Ada, go ahead and do yours.
Yep. Just need to toggle everything here. Oh, wait, that should be. Hey!
Barely hits.
Uh,
As the Knoll leaps out, beginning to head towards Butch directly, you see it perch on top of the wall and lunge outwards with its
Oh.
teeth as its mouth goes wide and the arrow just right in the back of the head and it slumps to the ground in front of Butch, who just looks at it and looks at you.
And I'll just, are we good now?
they all got the X.
God damn it.
They're X nulls.
The HP is fixed. Wait, why'd they? The HP is fixed.
Yeah, so saw the HP go down, and you took the X off, so why did it do...
Because they're all the same token, I guess? I don't know.
X nulls, go.
Alright, if that continues, I'm just going to do adjust hit points. That's so weird! That's a Roll20 update if I've ever seen one.
Mm.
Okay, so those were the two first held actions that go off. These two moved over to you, Mr. Amazing, to attack. This one here is going to be lunging after you, Flittish. This one, 10, 25 is going after Tansy. 10, 15 is going after Big Dog. 5 is going after Varasha. These ones, 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30. All right, so this one gets the X. Okay, it's working now. It's not doing the thing. All right, so these two can't attack with melee weapons. But they can pull out their bone bolts. Damson, rain of arrows is coming down towards you.
Okay.
7 to hit.
No.
16 to hit.
No.
Okay. They both go flying after you as you manage to move out of the way. Sylph, after summoning Stardust, you see the one arrow lodge itself into the back of the wagon right where you're at as Damson dodged, and the other one goes flying past.
Oh, there's fighting now. How about that?
Yep. So that was those two. This one is attacking Varasha.
Should I put Varasha on the turn order or just have Varasha go on my turn?
Varasha will go after your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, at the end of your turn, it's just how I do summons in general.
Okay.
15?
That will hit.
Oh, we got to get Puppy some armor. All right. 6 piercing damage on Varasha. They do not have multi-attack. They're just gnolls. This one is going after Tansy. Let me roll that one. Oh no, Tansy.
Tansy, no.
Tansy takes 9 points of piercing damage. Oh. Flittish, you got Tansy's HP? Or do you want me to?
That works.
Awesome. All right.
I'll take care of it. Future.
All right. 2 of them are attacking you, Flittish. 12.
That will miss.
15.
That will miss.
All right. Perfect. And now these 2 are going after you, Mr. Amazing. Abort,
Right.
abort. 23 to hit.
23.
Let's see. 5.
Yep, it takes one of the illusions and misses me. So I've got 2 left.
Next attack. 12.
Misses.
All right. That's all of the Gnoll warriors, right? I didn't miss any on the map. I did not. Go ahead. Damson.
Okie dokie. How dare you hurt Tansy, you darn
Draw
dastardly gnoll.
directly to the left or right, not diagonally. Diagonally adds distance.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the ones that are far away can be dealt with later. I'm getting the ones that are going to be closer. Careful, fireball!
I still love the concept of that. Careful, fireball.
Yep.
We're being careful here, guys. Said no wizard ever. All right, so it's the 2. We'll go left to right, going downwards.
Yes, dex save DC 17.
Fail, fail. Fail, fail.
For 30 points of damage.
Null, 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 null. As the explosion goes off, Tansy starts, what the hell? Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm fine.
Poor Tansy.
Is it a
Tansy.
action or bonus action to feed a potion to another in the new rules?
Bonus
It's a
action now. Yep, taking a potion, feeding a potion. Always a bonus now.
Yeah, I want to go over to to Tansy, and one of my own healing potions, I'll just feed it to Tansy to get them up. We ain't losing a mule.
All right. I do need an animal handling check from you, Damson, to try to shove a bottle into a donkey's mouth. Anyone who owns an animal.
Yeah.
16.
Okay. Yeah. You go, it's okay. It's more spooked by the fireball than anything. And you just pour the potion into its mouth. And yeah, go ahead. 2d4 plus 2. That's a good potion for Tansy. Tansy's at full health.
Sounds better than before.
And I'll pat them on the head as I stand in front of them to guard them.
I'm a valiant steed. All right, all done, Damson?
Yes, I thought I had a bonus to actually get, but no, because I just thought it would have been funny if I gave
Bonus was
Tansy
potion.
Dragon's Breath.
Bonus was potion, yeah.
Yeah.
From further down the road, you see this horrific, gnarly looking gnoll begin to creep out from the bushes as it snarls down the area towards you all, and on all fours begins charging towards Mr. Amazing. 10, 20, 30, rampage. Nope, it can't do rampage yet. So then, it's going to use its abyssal strike. You see in this anime-esque looking... Wait, conjures a 30-foot cube of darkness. Oh. Yeah, he's going to do that instead. Nope, not there. You see, as it begins snarling in your area, it gives out this loud, demonic howl, which immediately causes this area in front of you, Mr. Amazing, to be covered in a cube of magical darkness. The area is difficult terrain. And, well, when you start your turn in there, you'll see. Oh, it could have gone deeper down. Yeah. These ones are actually smart. The other gnolls are not smart. These ones are smart. Yeah, at the start of your turn, you'll see. Sylph. That is a cube of magical darkness. The darkness is imprisoning me. All that I see. Absolute horror.
Okay. This is going to be hilarious. So Sylph is going to give command to Stardust to No Mercy. And then they're going to hop on out to here. Oh, hi, friend.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh no for them, and they're gonna come and smash with their hammer.
Hammer! Let's go.
Hammer of the
Hammer! Justice.
Oh, my bad. It's I changed it to a greatsword last time, so it's my greatsword.
Great sword.
Here we
For
go.
William Wallace.
An 11.
That'll miss. As you go charging, you swing it as if it's a hammer, and they just like sidestep. And you go, oh yeah, smaller surface area. You'll get used to it.
All right. So I just quickly flip it on its face side and just swing it like a baseball bat.
Question: Warlocks do not get weapon mastery, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay, I keep thinking that they may, but that would be fucking ridiculous.
Broken.
Yeah.
They have to take a dip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 feet.
northeast.
A 19.
That'll hit it.
Yes.
That'll do.
And
Pig.
I will
That'll do.
activate my life drinker.
13.
And this will be psychic damage.
Oh no. How do they feel about psychic damage? Brain hurty.
Brain hurty. Let's see.
Brain
Enough
do?
4 psychic damage.
Oh, that knoll's looking gnarly. It's hurt.
And Stardust is going to come out this way, then fly on up, and go up there.
Alrighty.
Because they're 10 feet up in the air.
Alrighty. So they're not above the cube of darkness yet.
Not yet, no.
Alright. Flittish!
Flittish is going to tell Virasha to guard Tansy and Clover. And come up here. And I'm going after this one.
The one with full health? Alright.
Yeah. And
Robin's only deals sidekick. You know what, guys? I think I want to run a one-shot soon that's called the Punathon. And everything about your character and everything designed in the one-shot has to be a pun. And we'll have a pun counter where at the end of it, whoever successfully made the most puns, like cringe-worthy puns, not just I made a pun, cringe-worthy puns, gets a magic item in their other game.
and I'm going to bite.
10 will only a +5? No, you get your wisdom modifier to that. Is that not calculated?
I don't think so.
If you play as a wolf, would you get a magical bite him?
Hi.
See what I mean?
Bite him.
They might get a lucky paw if you're a rabbit.
Right.
First class, everyone chooses Harengon. The most puns. That's the most.
Ability is strength.
It uses strength, but it didn't add your proficiency, did it? Because your proficiency
Yeah,
at this level is 3.
It says proficient is.
You have exhaustion on yourself.
Why do I have exhaustion?
I don't know. You shouldn't anymore.
Yeah, we got because it was the first 24 hours after your procedure.
Transfusion.
Yes, yeah. So take off the exhaustion. Yeah, because a +5 to hit is way too low for for you.
No. Yeah. Look, I'm just going to choose a tabaxi with cataracts.
Much better. That'll hit. 11 radiant and 1 lightning. Got that shocky bite.
And that is my turn.
Mr. Amazing, at the start of your turn, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw. As you begin to feel this darkness suffocating you.
Right. Human we can use after, right? Yeah. It's not human after. This should be just a straight roll. I don't know. So 5, and I will re-roll that 5 with my human. Sorry, I didn't know it was on advantage.
Okay.
18.
You are successful, so only half damage. That'll be 26 down to 13 necrotic. And this is magical darkness. You cannot see through it. And
Right.
it's difficult terrain.
Perfect. Love it. I am going to cast. How far is that? I'm going to cast Dimension Door to pop up 70 feet over. Why isn't it pinging?
You cannot take Butch with you if you do. Oh wait, it's your Phantom
Yeah,
Steed. Fuck
it's
that
my
thing.
Phantom.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a
Oh
ritual.
no,
like-
the Phantom.
You bastard. You know what you gotta say when you travel? Can I come with you? Nay.
Nay.
Mm.
By the way, I
Alright.
hope your Phantom Steed is named Cassidy, just for the sake. Like,
That would be
Yeah.
fun.
If you keep abandoning him like this, he'll turn into a phantom menace.
Gotta call him Dub Joshi every time you do that, though.
Oh,
but yes,
See what you started? Yeah.
you
so-
get the hell out of there.
Get the hell out of Dodge. All right. And then, so that's my action. And do I have anything juicy with bonus action? I was just worried about saving myself.
You got the fuck out.
Yep. I don't think I have any fun bonus action stuff. Oh wait, is that? That's not bonus action. Okay. I'm just gonna call it good there.
Alrighty, next up, Ada.
Right. This cloud of darkness is impossible to see through, right?
Correct, unless you have something that can see through magical darkness.
Right. No, I can't do that. So I'm going to run over there, hide, and then take one more step. And
Yes, all these walls you can hide behind. They're big enough. They're like 3.5, 4 feet tall.
yep, yeah, I kind of figured they were like farm walls, sort of, or yeah, field walls. Yeah, I'll fire at that one.
This one?
Yeah. One in
Okay.
between Sylph and Flittish.
Oh god damn it! I just.
Whoop.
It will have half cover because of Sylph. Doesn't matter. All right. It was here, right?
One more down.
One more down? Okay.
Yep.
No, one more away. One more away.
Yeah, no,
'Cause-
that's where it was.
Because you weren't
Yes.
inside of it, but Butch
No.
Cassidy's
Yes.
ass was sitting out. All right. So 28 for 26. That fucking. That Noel screams,
Instead.
no!
No.
And that's my turn.
Perfect. Next up, we have the Knoll Warrior. Okay.
And for those of you at home watching, be sure to join us on our pun one shot and also the Dagger Heart that will be on Saturdays in the future, in August.
Maybe in the future. The two Knolls come running out right here towards you, Sylph. No.
They don't get hurt by this? Damn. Lucky.
Yeah, the Knoll Demonica chooses, right? Any
Probably.
creature that starts its turn there. Oh, yeah, fuck them, I guess. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong one. Wrong one. Which sucks because they actually would have succeeded. All right, one failed, one success. What did I roll on damage? 26? Cool.
It
No,
was
that was
no.
my damage.
Yeah, it was actually both were 26. That's
Oh, okay.
Yep. And 13. And with difficult terrain, they have to run the fuck out of there. So, yeah, we're just going to put them here and here. Dashing to get the fuck out. This one, however, it's squaring up with you, Flittish. Yeah, it's gonna bite. Okay, it misses. Damson.
Well, I see that there's more around Syl. So I am going to. Yeah, still do have it. Scorching Ray.
Abort.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. One at each. One at the bottom, 2 at the one south of Sylph.
Go for it. Put up.
1, 2, 3.
So the
6
first
to the.
one went to the one at the bottom.
Yes.
I'll put
first one
the
to one
darkness
bottom.
back up. Give me a second. I accidentally clicked the 0. I was scrolled out too much.
And then 16 to the one directly south of Sylph.
Those are 2 dead gnolls.
Pew pew.
Sylph, you should call your hammer the no-brainer.
Oh.
Definitely a no-brainer there.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
No, that's good. That's good.
All righty. All done, Tamsin.
Yes.
All right. The gnoll demoniac. Well, it can see through its own magical darkness, right? Yep, I
If it
did
has
think
it.
of that. I gave it that ability because it just makes it more interesting as an enemy.
Yep.
60 feet. Sylph, can you draw a line from yourself to it? I think you're within 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'm 50.
All right. Well, it has advantage because you can't see it.
No, I can see it.
Oh, it thought it had advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. 16 to hit.
No.
Yeah. 9. It tilts its head,
No.
confused that you dodged. And it's going to put itself right on the edge of its own circle. Like, Sylph.
Yeah, nah, I'm gonna fuck with it. I'm gonna put down my own magical darkness on him directly.
Oh no, it can't see through yours.
Let me go and do that.
$20. One more. Yep.
And how do I keep it?
Hold shift key and then release your left click.
Okay. Thank you.
Just darkness, guys, everywhere. Just
Wait till Sylph pulls out their second darkness.
Oh, I don't see it on my screen.
You don't? Oh, you said that to GM can see,
oh.
not everybody else.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
You're good. I'll remove it if you can reset it.
Yep, I can reset it.
Kept waiting for it to show up, and then you guys were talking like, huh?
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, your measuring tool, you can set it to just you see it, or just the GM sees it, or everybody sees it. Perfect.
There you go. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
There you go.
So that was your action.
Yeah, and as my bonus action, I'm just going to dance a little bit as Stardust is going to traverse over this way.
Even though you're not a bard, I guess you can dance if you want to.
You can leave your friends behind.
Because if your friends don't dance, then they don't friends, and they're no friends of mine.
Tell me that doesn't sound like the most fun one-shot, guys. Go into it knowing it's bullshit. Like, just everything.
Some mage is going to come here in 100 years and it's like, why is there just geography and shapes in this one area?
All right. So Stardust goes flying over there.
Yep, that's the end of my turn.
All right. Stardust can attack them just with disadvantage.
I don't think they have a range.
Okay. Flittish.
Flittish is going to use her bonus action to cast Guardian of Nature. That is going to... I'm going to go with Primal Beast. So I'm going to go more feral. I will have advantage on my strength-based attacks, and I will be doing 1d6 more force damage, should I
Hell
hit.
yeah.
And with that, my dear Knoll friend, I will bite.
Oh no. That'll hit. Nine. Oh no, 15 and then 9. Yeah, that is a nullified creature.
Good one.
Fasten my jaws around its neck and shake it like it's a dog toy.
They thought they were ambushing people. No.
I will move Verasha closer to Tansy, and that is me.
All right, Mr. Amazing.
All right, I am going to. Yeah. I don't know what else to do.
You can, if something does not say you have to see them, you can attack them with disadvantage.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Just double check. I was looking in there. What are we doing on there? I think all my. Creature can see. Creature can see. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to hold. What's the distance on that? I'm going to hold. I'll move a little bit, and then I'll hold my action.
All right.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll move to there, and then I'm going to hold my action to cast Scorching Ray if I see the big gnoll.
All right. Ada.
All right. Does there seem to be any rustling or anything left in any other places, or is that the last
No,
one?
that's the last one. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's in the darkness, so I'll just let it stay there. And seems like the others have this under control, so I'll just step over here.
Kills Mr. Amazing while everyone's busy.
Yeah, look at
Oh,
the Knoll and just like, huh, no guts, no glory.
God.
Hey, if you do kill Mr. Amazing, no one would have any knowledge about it.
Yeah.
Ooh, another good one.
Don't worry, Mr. Mason's in a no square.
I'll bonus action dash over here and use my action to patch up Verasha a bit. So, what's the hit dice on a wolf? D6 or D8?
D6, I believe.
All right.
Let's see. Verasha.
Shut.
D8.
It's D8.
Oh.
Yep.
Nice.
Ooh.
Good for them.
So, all right, Verasha gets 7 hit points back.
Yay. Thank you.
Full Verasha.
No problem. And that's my turn.
Oh, Russia.
I wanted to say this earlier, but I forgot. Wolves have the same stats as donkeys, other than pack tactic.
So you're saying we should bring another wolf to be the carpool?
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. All right, Knoll Warriors. They're dead. Damson.
Let me double check this exact wording. Do.
There was one thing I could have done, but it would have been a little too metagamey. Well, two things I could have done. One was metagamey.
No, I can't see him because there's no name. So
And always wait until you do see him.
yeah,
Hold
I'm gonna
action.
hold my action until I see him.
Okay. The Knoll Demonica is going to drop its concentration because it thinks it's its magic. Nope.
I dropped my one. Because it's concentration.
And everybody who held an action, let's go back in reverse order, okay? We got Mr. Amazing, and then Ada, and then Damson.
Oh, right.
So there was start blast.
Yep. I'm just gonna do a
Showing the countryside. How about that?
Yeah.
I'm just using a third level slot because other people are gonna. Oh,
Nice one.
All right, well, let me check its AC. That's a hit, and a crit. Oh, wait, no, you did. What? Hit. All of those were to... Yeah, go ahead, roll.
Okay.
That was
First one.
nice. Yeah,
Oh.
Oh, that's all right though.
it's scorching. red.
Second one.
Okay.
Third
It hasn't
one.
appeared for me yet.
And then the final
Oh!
crit.
We're getting up there.
Yeah.
And then 17.
Ooh.
No.
There, I just had to refresh.
So 7, 24, 30 points of damage.
Nice.
Nice.
Ada held action. Wait.
No, I didn't have a held action. I healed for Russia.
Yes.
Did Sylph,
It was Damson.
you Darkness. Damson was next. Okay.
Yep.
For some reason, I thought there was 3 held actions.
I did too, or I would have gone higher on my, but that's okay.
Oh, no.
Who did we lose?
Damson.
Oh, they must have had a quick internet outage.
Oh, no.
I have no idea why that happened. It just relaunched.
Stupid internets. All right, your held action goes off.
Yes, Psychic Glance.
That's intelligence save.
Yes.
It's smarter than your average Knoll. 15.
That is a fail, and it is incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
And takes... So as it began running, it just gets blast, 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 and then just stops moving. They can move while incapacitated. So 10, 20, 30. Yep. All right, Sylph, you just see it just...
Can we keep this one? I'm looking around and seeing no nose.
No mercy.
No mercy.
No
Okay,
mercy.
I will give it mercy. Dominate beast.
What? Okay. What save? Wisdom? Oh, wait.
Yeah.
It's beast. This is a fiend.
Oh.
Yeah, that doesn't work on this one.
Oh, it's not a beast? Oh.
No,
okay.
no way, man.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Right
Yeah.
there.
No mercy. Mercy for Tansy. No one else.
Oh, that's going to go off. Well, I just keep on dancing as Stardust coming up along.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. All right, Flittish go.
Liddish is going to bite.
Arf.
Ooh, nice.
Barely hits. All right. Did that double all the dice?
I just clicked on the damage one. There's 2 buttons to click. Damage and then crit damage.
All right, so you need an extra 3d6 and 1d8. That's 14, 5, 3.
6. And 1d8.
Nice.
Yeah, that knoll's looking fucked up.
He has no place to hide now.
And that is my turn.
All right, new squeaky toy. All right, Mr. Amazing.
All right. I'm gonna move a little bit so I can get a better shot.
Without shooting Damson or a Flittish on accident, yeah.
Yep, I'll be over at the grassy knoll.
Good.
And
Good one.
thank you. And I'm just gonna use. I'm just gonna do whatever that firebolt, whatever the cantrip is. Here we go. 13 probably misses.
Oh, that was not the damage. Yeah, 13
No.
does miss.
All right, that's my go.
Ada.
Okay, I will bonus action hide if I can do that behind Tansy and
Yeah.
Clover.
Yeah.
And then I'll
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
right, and then I'll step out over here and loose an arrow at the knoll.
It will have half cover
She
from
just left and I
Flittish.
said, I miss you. She's like,
Alright.
already?
And I'll look at it in the eyes and just no pain, no gain.
That'll
Nice.
hit. How do you want to do this?
Just shooting it straight between the eyes.
And as you unleash your arrow, knocking it and slamming into the head of the creature, it collapses backwards and dies. And everybody, I think this is where we end the session this week. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
We're waiting for the second wave.